Hi guys, Rachybop here, playing Broken Sword 5 again, carrying on from where we left off, trying to figure out the neon sign outside of this scene. I'm recording my voice separately because although I did record it at the time of gameplay, I don't know, I didn't record, so I'm doing this separately, so I'm not going to pretend that I'm doing it at the same time, so I might just talk about general things about the game while this is playing out and try and tell you what I was thinking at the time a little bit. So I know I need to get this cockroach fed, and also I was just looking there because I'd seen that Tony of Revolution had said you can actually change your phone in the game, and that no one had figured out how, although I believe people have figured out how at the moment, so I'm not looking into that anymore. I might do in the future, but at the moment my priority is to get the neon sign done and to get the cockroach out of the way. And this really did stump me for quite a while. You saw I was stuck in the last episode trying to find out the neon sign. And someone did tell me in the comments, but this was after I'd done it. Obviously these are recorded before I put them up, and I did have to look it up. It's something that was really niggling at me, and I don't look them up unless I'm desperate, and I got pretty desperate. So I typed it in neon sign broken sword 5 into Google, and obviously the first thing that comes up, which is really annoying, was one of my videos. Was the last video, which was called neon sign, which was no help whatsoever because that's when I was stuck with it. So, but on a forum post, someone had written saying they were stuck on the neon sign, and they'd basically written like exactly what I had, and they gave them a clue, and I'll tell you that when I come to show the answer. And it was good because that person didn't just tell them what it was, they gave them another little clue, and that helped. So I didn't actually see the answer. I'm not making excuses, but I didn't. So I'm talking to Bassam, trying to get some more hints about this sign, and for some reason like it seems so obvious now, but none of this is really important. A whole new world, that is the huge clue. The rest is kind of irrelevant.
Could you help me?
So I'm asking about the cockroach again.
As I said, I'm sorry, until I kickstart this business, I need a clear message that grabs my key demographic by the lapels and hurls them into my economic value.
It's just not.
Excuse me?
You know.
A name that sounds magical and
he just wants his
that appeals
name.
To a yearning they only feel
It's kind of like, I can get what they're going at, but I really needed the clue that the guy gave in the forums. So I'm back to the neon sign, inspirationless, trying to figure it out.
It seemed the letters could be moved around.
And let's see what I come up with. It's that was kind of another clue as well, mentioning his name. Shame it doesn't mention his name, like, because that's eventually will be a name, and you will find out in this episode if you're looking for it. Maybe watch it all the way through and then you're not jumping to the answer. It's always nice. You always feel a little bit more accomplished when you've actually figured it out rather than been told. But I certainly didn't get far before I had to research. And to think people are saying that the game's too easy, I think they're just trying to pretend like they're really intelligent. Yeah, so the one thing that I thought it could spell was Dead Island. Why that would be inspirational, I have no idea. But I just thought it was quite weird that you could actually get that in there. Dead with an E, obviously. Dead Island. And I thought really if Island was like a place you could go that was exotic, and I thought, you know, the lit up bit was all that mattered, which it is. And I just thought that that might be the answer, but no, nothing happened when I did that. So it's not Island. So what do I do now? I'm still thinking. And you can see there's a lot more letters that light up than just island. There's space for more. So I don't know what I'm doing now. What am I doing? I'm moving it back. Something land is... No, why are you just moving it back where it was? How frustrating. I think I was just trying to find different concoctions of these letters, obviously, but with no actual idea. What am I doing now? Iceland. AIS. Just circling that there for you in case you couldn't see it. So yeah, I'm absolutely clueless at this point. And I think this is probably the point where I began to totally, I mean, when you see the mouse, like the cursor, stop moving, that's what I'm Googling. So, where am I going? I'm calling Nico because I thought maybe she has the answer.
Hey, Nico. I've arrived at Vera's security. It's a pretty seedy outfit.
Great. Anything else?
Not right now.
Well, call back if you find anything.
At this point, I was cursing George because I was like, yeah, there is something else, ask her. But no. So then I decide maybe I'll try call Rickenbacker. Oh no, Vera Security next.
Hello, Vera Security?
It's George again, from Paris Mutual.
Didn't I tell you not to call back? Goodbye.
Nope. So then I decide, well, seeing as I've done two, I might as well do the third, so I call Rickenbacker.
Mr. Rickenbacker? Henri used a different security company from the one I recommended, Vera Security. I'm there now. It's a pretty low-grade outfit.
Well, find out what you can.
No. So, yeah, by this point I'm pretty distressed. I'm running out of options.
Phone
What do I
covers,
do?
Cassettes,
So
all
I
sorts.
start looking on his stall for inspiration, nothing there. And then
Seemed the letters
I
could
go
be
back
moved.
to the letters,
Shame it didn't have the
Still
right letters to spell the sound.
nothing. Again with the clues, nothing. Didn't know if these post-it notes might have something. You see my cursor stop now? I think this is probably where I'm Googling it. So, thank you to the person in the forum who said to the person, I think it was, yeah, a person who asked in the forum, I'm stuck on the neon sign, all I've got is salad, what do I do? And someone put a whole new world is the biggest clue, think of Disney, and I was like, Aladdin. And as soon as they said that, I knew it, but I needed that extra clue. I just couldn't do it without. So I was really grateful, and then, as you will see in a minute, I spelt out Aladdin. Oh, and by the way, my review of Broken Sword will be coming soon. I'm just trying to get to a point where I think I've done this enough to justify reviewing it, and I think I don't think I'm there yet. So, but I'm going as fast as I can, and these things take time. So here we are, Aladdin, double D, not that D, not that D. Put it back. No, that's when I realised. Oh wait, there's that D, that normal D. Yes, that's right. If you got this on your own, props to you.
That
Yeah,
seemed like
so there we go. That seemed like a good name.
Hey, Bassam, how about this? I know it's not your name, but
Aladdin.
And he really likes
Very
it.
cool. That's a terrific name for my store. Hits every one of my USPs.
glad you like it.
You're a genius, George. Let me know if I can do anything for you.
So now maybe he'll help me with my cockroach problem.
Aha, Mr. Stobart. What can I do for you?
Do you happen to know a good way to catch a cockroach?
To be honest, George, I'm better at questions on balancing budgets within a liberal economic framework. But as a layman, perhaps I could suggest you trap it? And please, whatever you do, don't squish it.
Why's that?
The entire family will catch the scent and arrive for the funeral.
Ooh, we don't want that.
You need to find a container of some sort. Then I think add this.
Rich tea. Oh, what's that, a cookie?
The perfect cockroach biscuit. Dry, dull, unsatisfying, and yet curiously Moorish.
I'll give it a try.
Glad to help.
Yay, so now we have our rich tea. We can go into Vera security and get that cockroach, which is still there and way too big for the box. So get my rich tea. At this point I do need to zoom in, but I haven't realised that yet.
I went to take a closer look.
Yeah, I went to take a close look. So here we are. Cockroach. More in proportion this time. Get the rich tea. Pop it in the box.
Bait to the matchbox. Even I was finding it hard to resist that little trap.
Yay! And there we have it.
Gotcha!
Pick it up.
You are a gentleman and no mistake. I hate cockroaches.
Always ready to help a damsel in distress.
I bet you are. Can I help you?
Yes, please. Do you know if there's anyone in the office I can talk business with?
Yes, me, chérie. I'm Annette, the manager.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean... The gloves. I just thought...
Ah, easy mistake to make. If you haven't been reconstructed, that is.
Oh, but I have been reconstructed. A number of times. From the ground up.
Okay,
Yes.
let's ask her some stuff.
There's been a theft at Le Lizard Bleu. A painting's been stolen.
Shame. Still, I'm sure you'll get over it.
I believe your company set up the security.
Oh, no, we didn't.
Oh, yes, you did.
Didn't.
Did.
I've got all day.
But I didn't. It says
Ask
here
about
that Vera
everything.
was hired to do the security at the gallery. Didn't do a very good job, did you?
Where did you get that?
At the gallery.
That job was signed off. You can't say we were to blame.
I was getting a bad feeling. The place looked like a front, and the only person there wasn't helping. Maybe the office itself could give me more information.
Are you done? Only I want to listen to this next race.
Do you recognize it?
Oof! That would take the hair off your legs. I had a boss who wore that. Know what I mean?
Do these clippers look familiar?
Yes. I mean, no. Why should they look familiar?
Suspicious.
I've got some matches.
Yes, I saw you pick them up. Keep them. I can't afford to smoke anymore. No thanks.
I've got a cookie.
Those dry things are disgusting.
I caught the cockroach. Look, isn't he a sweetie?
Ah! Keep it away from me!
Thanks.
Okay, so we're done there. Now, but we know there's more to do in this room. So we're going to try and do it.
Look, do you mind not touching the office equipment?
Annette's peripheral vision was, quite simply, astounding.
But obviously now she is the blockage and she is the problem.
Hands off, mister.
Can I just have a look?
Certainly not. That book is very private.
The office looked like it had been put together in a hurry.
And so was another thing that baffled me initially.
Please stay on the other side of the counter.
It was like she had some kind of psychic power. She could just feel what I was trying to do.
I did manage to figure this one out on my own. It's just a case of when. Definitely in this episode. But I was kind of thinking, you know, I need to distract her. How do I distract her?
I caught the cockroach. Look.
Ah!
That obviously wasn't going to work.
I could hear the little fella.
And I thought about setting it
That
loose.
was almost a great idea. Almost.
Anywhere.
That wasn't worth trying.
Didn't work. I thought about looking at the table, and at one point I actually thought about using matches to light up the cigarettes in the ashtray to try and make her want a cigarette really badly, because she mentioned about smoking. Came back out into the hallway wondering if he'd give me some fresh info.
That cookie did the trick.
Right customer, right product. It's a winning combination.
I really like your new sign.
It's magnificent. I owe you one.
What do you think?
I'm over the moon, George.
Notice
Thanks
that
to you, I can now sell my retro cavalcade of musical cards, brushes, souvenirs. And you know what they say, happy sellers make happy shoppers.
notice
So
that
what are you
Aladdin only
selling?
has one D in the sign.
Glad you asked. I
the
sell
moment.
all those things you can't get anywhere else in Paris.
Like...
English biscuits, Turkish delight, French cassettes, Brazilian Betamax videos.
I caught the cockroach, look.
Excellent work. Just don't let it loose near my stall. In a few weeks, this place is going to be buzzing with people, I hope, not vermin.
I think I'll keep him. I'll name him Trevor.
Interesting name. Old school, comforting, harmless. I can see you're quite a strategic thinker, George.
Trevor. We
Thank
like
you for
Trevor.
the cookie.
You're very welcome.
I decided to keep the wire. If Bassam knew how flimsy the sign was, he wouldn't be happy. I've got some matches.
Always good to have.
I didn't think there was much point.
There's every point.
Do you have any use for nail clippers?
Nail clippers?
Yeah, I like that. He struck me as more of an aftershave kind of guy.
Okay, so that did nothing for me. And then I
Place
thought about
looked like
maybe
it had been
getting
in
in,
business for a while.
getting into the office from the other empty shop, but that wasn't going to work out either. Then I thought about ringing Nico again.
Hi, Nico.
Let me guess. You've discovered something else?
Not right now.
Well, call back if you find any.
Which was of no use whatsoever. So then I decided I would go back into Vera Security and see what I could do in there. Didn't I? Yes. Yes. Go on. Click it. Okay. This was the point when I thought about lighting the cigarettes,
It was empty.
because I knew
The
she
ashtray
was
was full of
trying
cigarette butts.
to not smoke. So I thought that might entice her away. I didn't try it then, so I'm probably going to go back to that.
The place looked very much like temporary accommodation.
Definitely trying to highlight that this is kind of a fake office front for a
What
bit
can
of
I
a
do for
shoddy setup.
Are you betting on a horse?
No, I just like hearing the sound of hooves.
Oh, well, that's unusual.
Don't be an idiot. I got 50 euros on Lucky Break.
Ah, well, I hope you win.
So do I, Sherry. So do I.
So that was important.
Annette, could I just have a quick look in your back office?
What do you take me for?
What? No. I mean, can I look in there?
Oh, I see. No, you can't. It's private.
Thanks.
Okay. At this point, I mess with the radio.
Do you mind? I'm listening to the race.
Annette was
That's
watching
also
like a
important.
hawk.
Gonna try
That
and
wouldn't work.
fiddle with the radio. I'm getting close to what needs to be done. Then I'm gonna try the matches on the cigarettes, but I need to zoom into the table first. And I figure out that that does not
I didn't want to
work.
leave that there.
And then it finally clicks. As these things do, when I run out of ideas, turn to the mobile phone, and as much as I was thinking of ringing Nico, it was only at that point when I thought, actually, I could ring Vera Security while I'm here, and then she'd have to pick up the phone, and then I'm supposed to do something. I wasn't sure exactly what,
Hello, Vera Security.
but I realised that that worked. So then I fiddle with the radio, figuring then that when she's finished on the phone, she'll go to the radio. So then I'll look in the drawer,
A quick look revealed that the drawer was empty.
but the drawer was empty. So then I realised that's not what I'm supposed to do. Maybe I'm supposed to go to
I said,
the door. No,
stay
she
on the
stops
other
me
side of
there.
the counter.
So I figure I'll try that again, because maybe I'm actually supposed to go for...
I needed
Oh.
a better idea.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Because maybe I'm actually supposed to go for the book. It's so obvious. Why I didn't think of that in the first place, I don't know. The book really didn't seem like a big thing to me. But anyway, I try the phone again. That's when I realised the book and the phone. Penny's dropped. Call it again. Why she doesn't click onto that, I don't know. Fiddle with the radio. You see she's got her hand on the book, the magical floating book. And then when she's finished, she'll go fix the radio, and I will take the book.
I wanted to see
And have
what
a quick
secrets
look.
the book might contain. There was a photo. Of course, I grabbed it.
And in the book was a picture of Annette with Lane. Dum dum dum.
A very bad photo of Lane and Annette. That guy sure got around.
So now I needed to bribe her with it.
What can I do for you?
Recognize this?
Hey, that's my photo.
That's you with Lane, I believe.
So, what if it is?
What is he to you?
Oh, my Hector, that's what he is. My little Hector.
Yeah, I thought you said you had nothing to do with the gallery.
Look, here's how it is. I've only been here a few weeks. I had nothing to do with that gallery job. I just delivered the paperwork.
So, who was the manager before you?
I don't know. She just, one day, didn't come in for work. I shouldn't be talking to you. The boss told me to keep my mouth shut.
Ask her about Vera Security
boss.
as the boss.
Have you got his number or address?
No, I've forgotten it. I mean, I never knew it.
Annette, a serious crime has been committed. You're in a lot of trouble.
I had nothing to do with it. Look, I need this job. I need the money. Anyway, it's only a silly old painting. No one got hurt.
The
Yes, they
gallery
did.
owner was shot.
Badly?
Yeah, he's pretty dead.
Oh.
This is a murder investigation. Now, who's your boss?
I don't know. Honest, he faxes me if he wants anything.
He? Who's he?
I've never seen him, never met him. Don't make trouble for poor Annette.
Thanks. I was pretty
So
sure
we got a bit of
Annette told
info.
me all she was going to. She sounded scared. Time to put the thumb screws on Lane, and I knew just how.
Time to go and see Lane. I'll just try that door one more time.
I said, please stay on the...
See you later, Bassam. I'm
Time
off
to
to see
confront Lane.
Lane. And Lane will probably be at the gallery. At least that's where we left him.
The gallery was sealed off. The place looked empty. Lane wasn't exactly easy to miss, and it looked like he wasn't around.
Just check the window.
The gallery was empty. It looked like Lane was somewhere else.
And the door. No, so I figure I'll go to the cafe. I really miss the edge scrolls. I figure I'll go to the cafe and speak to this lovely gentleman, see if he knows where Lane is.
Hi.
Monsieur?
I'm looking for Mr. Lane. Has he been here?
Ah, yes, monsieur. He came by earlier. Told me he was off to console Henri's widow. I hope she's out.
So he doesn't waste time. We need to go to Henri's apartment and find Lane. George wants to hide behind that tree. For some reason. So we'll go to the metro.
So Lane was consoling the widow. What a big
Here
heart
we are.
that guy had. Did he have a grand scheme or just loose morals? The door was locked.
Of course it was locked.
Hello?
This is George Stobart. May I come up?
I'm sorry, this is a very inconvenient time. Come back later.
I know that's you, Mr. Lane. I need to talk to you. Mr. Lane, does the name Annette mean anything to you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I need to talk to Madame Dubois.
I'm sure it can wait.
Mm-hmm. If you don't let me in, I'll tell the police about your interesting connection to the security company.
All right then. Come up, but make it brief.
Yeah. Okay, let's go and see Lane.
Dear Lord, George, you have a worse
didn't-
timing.
Is this a bad time to accuse you of lying?
What do you want?
I've just come from Vera's security.
So,
Tell me about Annette.
who?
From Vera Security.
I don't know any Annette.
What do you know about the owner of Vera Security?
I've never had the pleasure.
I'm surprised you let your conquests keep souvenirs.
Where did you get that?
Annette lent it to me.
Quit waving it around, for God's sake.
Come on, Lane. Tell me about Annette.
All right, all right. I had a fling with her, okay? Now keep your voice down, please.
And you two fixed the security for the robbery?
No, nothing like that. Anyway, the fling was a mistake. She turned out to be rather needy.
I believe you. You're not a criminal, just a lecherous old man.
Less of the old, if you don't mind. As it happens, I make a lot of them happy.
Especially when you leave them.
I just realised Henry's body's there.
Vera?
Annette told me he's some angry-looking Russian chap.
Okay, Lane. Take off.
You can't tell me what to do.
You want me to show Bijou this picture?
All right, I'm going. You haven't heard the last of me, Stobart.
Promise?
And give me that photo.
Grr. Kind of creepy having his body there.
That meant that Annette was lying. She said she'd never met the owner and was very keen to get rid of me. I wondered if she was hiding something interesting in that back office.
Are you going to introduce yourself properly?
Kind of a weird setup with her facing that way then.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, madame. My name's George Stobart.
Call me Bijou. Hello, young man. Such a delight to have a new visitor. What can I do for you?
I'm from the insurance company. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Henri, my poor sauvage. He died in his prime.
Could I just ask you a few questions?
Well, why not? A little company might just pep me up, as you Americans might say.
So now it's her time to get questioned.
Your record player seems to be stuck on the same song.
Yes, this song gives me great comfort. It reminds me of Henri.
Can you tell me about the gallery? Was the business doing well?
The gallery was Henri's baby. He never spoke to me about it.
So you weren't involved?
Not at all. Business is not my thing.
Henri was very brave at the gallery. He tried to stop the thief and paid the ultimate price.
Henri was my lion and my little pussycat.
Bijou, I think someone involved with the gallery helped the thief. It wasn't Hector Lane. He's not devious enough.
But who else?
I don't know. But I will get to the bottom of it, I promise you. How are you coping?
I'm still trying to take it in, chérie.
Hey, this might cheer you up. Say hello to Trevor.
A cockroach?
I prefer the word pal.
And I prefer the word pest. Please never show it to me again.
Rich tea?
Why is it broken?
I was feeding it to a cockroach.
I think perhaps I'll pass. Why do you show that to me? No, thank you.
Do you know this company, Vera Security?
No, I don't. I've never heard of them. So?
Does this smell good to you?
It's heavenly, isn't it? Henri loved it.
Thank you for your help, Bijou.
My pleasure, young man. To come back any time.
Bijou appeared to know nothing. I still couldn't discount Lane. Annette, on the other hand, had lied about Vera Security's owner.
So we've looked at we've talked to her, and we'll have a good look around at everything in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope I've helped some of you, and I hope you're enjoying these episodes. Click the like button if you like them, subscribe and share, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks ever so much for watching. Bye!